Coming up, the Bucks are trying to keep the Hunters out. Are the Kings actually good? And Portland keeps on blazing. All of this and more now on AJM in the AM. Hello and welcome to AJM in the AM. I'm Anthony Mero, and this is episode 37. If you were busy playing Warzone 2.0, raging in the gulag, and rocking with proximity chat, and you missed some of the games, this episode's for you. Let's get you started with the injury-riddled Milwaukee Bucks week. The Bucks started this week by hosting the Atlanta Hawks. This is the third game in their series. They're split 1-1. Hawks ball to start. Trae Young finds John Collins off the pick and roll. He gets the first bucket of the game. Collins gave them 16 points and 9 boards. Second quarter, Bucks down 51-42, but Jordan Nwora is keeping them in this game. Hawks up, Trae Young, alley-oop, Clint Capella. It's a staple in Atlanta right now. Capella went for 19 and 10 boards, including this monster slam. Bobby Portis trying to keep the Bucks in it, down 14, gets a nice little push shot in the lane. Bang! He had 14 points and 10 boards off the bench. They're chipping back. Bobby Portis keeping the Bucks in it. 3 minutes left, cuts the lead down to single digits, but it would not be enough. Trae Young, alley-oop, who else but Clint Capella? The ball movement ices the game. The Hawks win 121-106. The Bucks have struggled against the Hawks this season, losing 2 of the 3 tilts so far. Pretty handily, too. On Monday, Giannis even tweaked his ankle, although he did finish the game and played the rest of the week. Now, being without Drew, Middleton, and Connaughton, the strain is really starting to catch up to the Bucks, trying to avoid 3 losses in a row against the Cavs on Wednesday. And then, the Bucks really bucked. They held the Cavs' backcourt of Garland and Mitchell to 15 of 39 shooting, and while Giannis didn't have a typically outstanding night, Brook Lopez and Jordan Nwora went off, combining for 50 points and 12 threes en route to a dominant 113-98 win. Lopez has filled in a unique archetype of the best three-point shooting, shot-blocking big man in the NBA, and has been a front-runner for the Defensive Player of the Year award so far this season. Drew Holiday was back for their Friday game versus the Sixers, where free throws would be the story. Giannis goes 4 of 15 from the line. That's 11 misses in what would be an 8-point loss. Obviously frustrated, he tried to practice his free throws post-game. The full story is, Montrezl Harrell straight up took his ball and wouldn't give it back, even though he had 2. So Giannis went to the locker rooms to get his own, but when he came back, there were court employees doing something with a massive ladder on his rim. They didn't move, so Giannis made them move. Yikes, never seen him this upset, and it's a little uncalled for, although I do understand his obvious frustrations from the game, and then Trez just straight up being a jerk. My Blazers were at it again this week, entering it 9-4 on the year. We took on the Spurs on Tuesday, and things went just right. Dame didn't have a great day, but Jeremy Grant continued his hot streak, putting up 29 points, going 6 of 8 from deep on San Antonio. This was his 4th game in a row scoring 23 or more. A stretch where he averaged 29 points, 7 boards, 72% from the field, and 57% from deep. Grant has been massive for Portland during this hot season start, and was just as important in the win over the Spurs. Grant, alongside Anthony Simons swishing, Josh Hart's playmaking and hustle, the team defense, which is ranked 7th in defensive rating and 6th in points allowed, and the seemingly home run draft pick of Shaedon Sharpe, the Blazers have been one of the many pleasant surprises this year. The Blazers forwards are to thank for their defensive change. Guys like Justice Winslow and Nasir Little are tall, long, agile wings that can cover a ton of space quickly. They also crash the glass with the best of them, limiting second chance points. This newfound identity got tested by the Brooklyn Nets, who should be inspired or insulted by Kevin Durant's interview where he threw them under the bus. This was an awesome game. KD was special as usual, and Grant had a fall from that 4-game grace. Tied on the final possession, KD misses a potential game-winning mid-range, but Royce O'Neal would not be denied his triple-double and put back a game winner. A heartbreaking loss for the Blazers, who still pace the Western Conference at 10-5. On the topic of surprising teams, the Sacramento Kings have been on a mission the last 2 weeks. Much like Portland, they had a short week with just 2 games, except the Kings went 2-0 and have now won 5 straight, putting them in the mix for the 8th seed out west. If they win on Sunday, they will have had their longest winning streak since 2004-2005. They put the beats on the Nets on Tuesday, dropping 153 points without overtime, and then dropped the Spurs on Thursday. A big reason for their success has been De'Aaron Fox becoming a subtle sniper. The addition of Kevin Huerter has been huge as well. He is 4th in the NBA in three-point percentage at 51 flat. The combined playmaking from Fox and Sabonis has been working with scoring talents up and down the roster. Defensively, they've been letting their opponents have their way. They're 26th in defensive rating, but their offense has been dynamic and explosive, giving them the second best offense in the league. Some side stories. Kyrie Irving is set to return for the Nets on Sunday after his fiasco. Irving has apparently done enough to leave his Nets timeout. And Kawhi Leonard returned for the Clippers game against the Pistons on Thursday after missing 12 straight games with a mysterious knee injury. He played just 25 minutes, but was a game-high plus 26 despite going 2 of 8 from the field. His defense is still elite, and his presence requires constant attention. We had a rather light week of games despite it being 5 days, but still, oh, so many highlights. That's right, it's time for our top 5 plays of the week. At 5, Ja returns with the switcheroo. At this point, he's just adding points for difficulty. Regular dunks are too easy for Morant, so he goes right to left in midair. At 4, Jeremy Grant sees Shaedon Sharpe, who posters Utah. He didn't Watanabe in the way. For 3, Jaren Jackson throws down some thunder. JJJ Thanos snapped Kenrick Williams from existence. Number 2, Jeremy Sohan whirls and annihilates Domantas Sabonis. This wasn't even a poster. Sohan turned Sabonis into museum art. Sohan pink hair, don't care, with the Blake Griffin-esque and 1. And at 1, Kenyon Martin Jr. ends all trade requests for Miles Turner. The immensity of Jr.'s intensity is the recipe to lead our top 5 plays of the week. We had another amazing week of basketball. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you want me to follow your team, let me know in the comments below and they'll be in next week's episode. Also, if you like this content, please like and subscribe to join the Ant Colony. And thank you, as always, for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I'll see you on Monday.